what did Laura Loomer mean by this? Alligator lives matter. The good thing is, alligator, you did your best with Think Harry. Alligators are guaranteed at least 65 million meals if we start now. Hispanic and Latino Americans are Americans who have a Spanish or Latin American background, culture, or family origin. Does Democrat grow in an estimated 65 million? No. So I'm guessing that this is just like a fucking dog whistle, right? Fuck. So immigrants equals alligators? Oh, dude, they know exactly what gun game I want. Pixelated games. This has to do with the new Ice Camp Alligator Alcatraz. Yeah, I've seen it. Seen that. I have family friends who voted for Trump who have stopped watching politics because of how bad things have gotten. Like, yo, what? You picked the movie. You can't just leave the rest of us to watch it alone. That is so true. Dude, this person's spinning. Jesus fucking Christ. In Cell 15, plaintiff Abrigo Garcia and 20 other Salvadorans were forced to kneel from approximately 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., with guards striking anyone who fell from exhaustion. During this time, plaintiff Abrigo Garcia was denied bathroom access and soiled himself. Holy shit. Wow. Destiny's wrong about Biden's biggest mistake. The single most important decision that Biden made during his tenure was who to select for AG. And he chose a centrist who tiptoed around Trump's crimes out of some weird need to apologize for Garland not going confirmed to the Supreme Court. It was very clear that Garland's team was hoping that Trump would simply just go away and that they wouldn't have to do the hard thing of prosecuting an ex-president for attempting to criminally install themselves as president after losing an election. An absolutely monumental failure. Yikes. Keep calling your reps. The one big beautiful bill voting has been delayed due to infighting. Well, I mean, hasn't it passed? The few times Zoomers and millennials agree on something. Boomers, weak men create hard times. Millennials and Zoomers, you're the weak men who created the hard times. True. Fefo, I'll be voting third party, but it's true either Kamala or Trump wins. I have slight preference for a Trump victory. This last year of genocide amid near total public indifference has broken something in me. At least him being there would wake some people up to the horror after election. $1.2 trillion in Medicaid and food stamp cuts when we're already in a recession in the most heavily armed country on earth. At some point, these people are going to learn what touching a hot stove looks like. I don't know, man, Sean. Fuck around and find out it's true. That's ominous as fuck. Subject to denaturalization. Oh, like trying to denaturalize Mamdani. No. Alaska vote for it so they aren't affected by it? Really? Shit. Paramount to pay Trump $16 million to settle 60 minutes. You know, this feels a lot like Cyberpunk 2077 right now. This is some Night City ass shit, okay? This is literally some Night City ass shit. On God. Okay? Hold on. Oh, very nice. Lol, this video cannot be played, don't care. They did the meme. Stop sending billions to Ukraine so we can take care of our own. I'm starving. Fuck off. Are you living 2077? Yes, I fucking... The game is goated, okay? The atmosphere is goated, alright? Okay, what is this?
Lured to get starving to death, lured to get food, murdered in the process.
What on earth can we do to get coverage like that?
Oh, people were given a ton of great examples earlier. What you need to do is you have to declare like Trump freedom zones in all of the occupied territory, and then you have to promise to build giant Trump like gold statues. And then every time you guys like go into combat, you should have like Trump pins on you, because if Trump sees like his shit getting blown up, it would motivate him to actually care and go and do something. I think it's you got to appeal to Trump's narcissism in every single conceivable way.
True.
Well, that's
Very
interesting plan for Trump and MAGA guys, but how in the actual do we get like 1% of the drama this guy just put out talking about Gaza? Bro just called it Holocaust and all the other things. I can get a concessions from people in the West that there is an intent in Russia. I can't get a concession about the abduction of children, about the
To be very fair, okay, to be very fair, I think people have been talking about how Russia is on the brink of economic collapse, right? Like I'm pretty sure people have been talking about that recently. I've been watching some videos about it, I guess. I mean, make as you will, it's the best I could do. But from what I know, Russia is not doing so hot right now for obvious reasons, which good, you know, fuck it.
You
I feel
being
bad
used
for
as a
Anna,
weapon
though.
of war, which everyone conceded to UN, like literally Human Rights Watch, everyone. I can't get anything. I spoke with people just yesterday about the prohibition of Ukrainian language officially in occupied territories. No reaction.
I mean, the nature of the conflict is just, you know, Ukraine West bad, so no one cares. Palestinians anti-West good, so everybody cares. It's stupid as fuck, but that's where we're at politically right now.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, maybe there's a way, like, to somehow change that.
No. Acting Colombia president conspired to remove Jewish board member and replace her with the Arab in text obtained by Congress. That's unhinged. Okay, Colombia is I don't even know what the fuck is going on with Colombia these days. Okay, it's like they've lost it. Okay, this is too long. Thank you, Trump. Too long, didn't read. Okay, something just happened on stream that I have to respond with. We're not gonna lower these prices soon, right? I don't think how impressive alligator Alcatraz is. Benny Johnson. The state of Florida built this 3,000-bed federal prison in 8 days. The director told me it could have been done in 72 hours were it not for some regulatory holdups. Now all the state needs is DOJ approval to deputize the National Guard as deportation judges. What, like Judge Dredd? And this will become the most efficient deportation center in American history. Oh, Alcatraz as a new death camp. Alcatraz is the new Auschwitz. That's just great. I guess work really does set us free. Yankees. Bernie Sanders calls the Republican Party a Stalinist cult. Uh-oh. Base Bernie alert. Don't let them fool you about anti-Semitism. I've lived in a Muslim. The anti-Semitism is real. I mean, just look at Corantos. This guy is probably unironically anti-Semitic.
Iran is all mountains, so it's very easy for Iranians to shoot down the airplanes. Does that make sense? When you pass through mountains, you can't see what's on the ground.
Like, it's what? It's what?
A random guy with a rocket launcher can just shoot down the helicopter, okay?
What? Order! We lost a whole squadron of F-35s! What happened, sir? They got him, sir, from the ground on the camelbacks! The camel riding!
Yo, this editing is goated. Who the fuck edited this? It can't have been August. August does not edit this well. I'm sorry, August does not edit this well. Okay?
The camel riders with the recoilless rocket launcher, they got all of our F-35s!
Which is what the Afghans did against the Soviets in the Afghanistan war. A drone can take down any airplanes, okay? So, in other words...
I'm getting trolled! I am getting trolled! This is a troll! I'm getting trolled right now! This is the guy that's he's gonna be on Joe Rogan. You want some geopolitics predictions? Within 1 year, within 6 months, this guy will be on Joe Rogan, he will be on Lex Friedman, and he will be on Piers Morgan in one-on-one interview, not a debate.
Bro. Anything else at the pit? Don't care. The GOP has something to say about kicking 17 million Americans off their health care. We're all going to die. They'll get over it. It's immaterial. I feel great. True. Thank you, Democrats. Twitter account. Very base. Have you called your House representatives yet, Jack?
I want to just
start with the
quickly blame Democrats as well. Okay, and you might be wondering, what do you mean? They don't have the majority. They all voted no on this bill. You're right about that. But notice how Republicans managed to pass this bill in the Senate through reconciliation, meaning all they needed was a simple majority vote to get this passed. Interesting how the parliamentarian isn't really much of a problem. Like there were whispers last week about how the parliamentarian is going to strike down this provision and that provision. What happened? What happened? They're cutting even more from Medicaid.
Yeah, Anna,
Can you explain?
TYT has always been the hate Democrats show, okay? All they have created are people who hate Democrats, okay? People who hate political power, people who hate political change, people who don't actually want to achieve political power. All they want is to complain all day on Twitter and on their little gay-ass shows. That's all they want, okay? Pathetic. Get them out.
Halloween, I kill in September. Fuck Friday the 13th, I kill on the 1st. Fuck the 31st, I kill on the 3rd. I kill two.
Mike from PA every few days for some reason, true.
Individuals across the state of Illinois, hundreds of thousands of.
Okay, too soft. Don't care. New study shows steep funding cuts of USAID could lead to more than 14 million additional deaths by 2030. Study showed USAID prevented 91 million deaths. Wow. GG. It's over. Miles may see that anything else IP networks show up on the website. Okay. I've checked just over the license I just posted. Okay. House taking key vote on Trump's big beautiful bill's GOP holdouts threaten final passage. Didn't BBB pass? Didn't big black butts pass?
Tell the difference between what makes you uncomfortable and what makes you unsafe.
So the CIA manual for simple.
Listen, in the limited social interactions that I have, and you don't have to. Listen, you don't have to listen to me if you don't want to, okay?
I guess it didn't.
The number one socialization skill that I think everybody could work on, the number one thing that I see lacking in almost every single social interaction, when I'm watching people interact with each other, when I'm interacting with groups of friends, or when I'm watching people talk to each other, is if you can have in your mind a concept of the person that you are interacting with, and if you can think about the things that they care about, or needs or desires that they have, or concerns that they might have, if you can keep those in mind, and if you can find a way to incorporate those needs into your actions, socially you will be ahead of 98% of people when it comes to socialization, whether it means you're trying to hit on somebody or fuck somebody, or whether you're trying to just like make a friend or whatever. That it's a small thing, but if you can do it and signal it to somebody, it will just put you like unbelievably ahead of everybody else when it comes to social. It's the most important skill I think you can work on when it comes to socializing. There you go.
I literally don't know what the fuck he just said. No, I don't know what the fuck he just said. What? He could have just said practice empathy. What? Like how different is that from practice empathy? Am I missing something here? Like, all he said was practice empathy. Practice active listening. That's it. That isn't an actual tip. Okay? Here, I'll give an actual tip. Okay? And this is a tip that Destiny himself have said as well, okay? So fuck it. When someone says, hey, in this situation, I feel really fucked up about it, okay? And I don't feel well about it. However, from your point of view, you can say, well, okay, so you're saying that from your point of view, you feel this way about it because this situation X happened and situation Y has also happened, right? In both of these scenarios, notice how now you're practicing active listening because you're repeating the words back to them. You're steel manning their point of view, right? You're steel manning their point of view so then you can actually practice productive conversations, okay? In that case, then you are 100% ahead of all social situations, okay? That is, listen, that's just better than just simply saying practice empathy, okay? I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. All right, whatever. Yeah, opinion, we don't know, we don't care. Idiot plot.
The NewsHour has learned that the United States is holding back weapons that the Biden administration and the last Congress marked for Ukraine. This comes as Russia has...
Can you look into this and who to blame? Huh?
That's him. That's 100% him.
I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, we're watching it now. So the initial corner. That's him. That's 100% him.
I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, we're watching it now. So the initial corner.
I think it's... I'm not sure. Not sure. I can't say.
Has made territorial gains in Ukraine in recent days and blasted the country with unrelenting drone and missile attacks. Nick Schifrin is here now with more. So Nick, tell us what you've learned about these weapons that were scheduled to go to Ukraine.
The Trump administration has halted weapons that Ukraine was scheduled to receive that, as you said, Amna, were appropriated by last term's Congress and authorized by the Biden administration. The list includes these weapons: Patriot air defense missiles, 155 millimeter artillery rounds, Gimler missiles, those are fired by a multiple launch rocket system, surface to air Stinger missiles, and missiles fired by jets known as AIM-7 and Hellfire missiles. Tonight, Deputy White House Press Secretary Anna Kelly tells me, quote, "This decision was made to put America's interests first following a Department of Defense review of our nation's military support and assistance to other countries across the globe. The strength of the United States Armed Forces."
This is almost dude. Just more Putin Russia puppet shit for Trump. 100%. It's just absolutely disgusting. Look how Trump helped Russia enter Ukraine on his first term. Just post a video and stream suggestions, okay? But yeah, like Jesus Christ. Yeah, like fuck. I mean, this is as we have suspected, right? Just like blatant treachery, okay? Like actual blatant treachery, yeah. But, you know, no supply lines, you lose. Less than 4 million soldiers, you lose. Mountains also lose. Oil fields, believe it or not, also lose. Air supremacy, you lose right away. What I believe to be the most simplistic for Republican success, someone who's social, agreeable person. Okay, I'm not, sorry, there's too much to read.
Just overwhelming pressure. Your enemy is the Democratic Party, not the Republicans, okay? Because the Republicans can't be fought until we take over the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party, as it exists right now, is completely incapable of and unwilling to do anything about the Republicans, and lefties on their own have no power whatsoever against any of the national legislative agenda items that Republicans are fielding. You know, they have none. They have none. We have no ability to change what Trump is doing at all. I'm not saying you shouldn't shit talk Republicans. Please do so forever, all the time. It's not about not criticizing them. But when it comes to fighting over the future of the country, the soul of the country, you're not doing that shit without some kind of like real political power base. And Mamdani needs all the help he can get, okay? In a political...
Do you see what I mean? This actually is a really good extension to the thing that I said last week, where I was like, be careful for the socialists and the commies that show up and they start spamming that vote blue no matter who, that's what you guys said, right? They'll use that against you. You should vote for Mamdani in the general, because we would support a left candidate over, especially a fucking MAGA one. But when these guys are screeching that at you, they're doing it facetiously, because they would never vote for Cuomo or the establishment candidate in an election. But then to piggyback on that, he's even more open with like, we need to take over the Democratic Party. And it's like, dog, most of the people don't give a fuck about your shit. They don't like socialism. They don't like this weird shit. This is going to be the whitest, youngest, like most mono-represented party in the history of the United States. Well, it wouldn't even survive, obviously, right? There's a reason why their candidates basically lose everywhere. This is the first guy they find. That's why they're all so fucking excited. This is like the first fucking candidate they've got. They all want to kind of like rally behind.
Cool. Cool. All right, cool. We're done. Awesome. Okay, is there anything else, guys? If not, then we are finished. All right.